Hello and welcome to the Data Comparison channel. Today we will talk about amazing facts about flights. From bad airline food to how seat selection can save a life. And here are a few secrets that are not told to passengers. Airplane food. Everyone knows that airplane food is consistently terrible, but do you know why? Meals are usually prepared on the ground of catering establishments near airports 12 to 72 hours before the flight. Contrary to popular belief, food on planes is not frozen, but refrigerated and brought on board. Then the flight attendants warm it up and serve it. Some airlines even have chefs and catering on board luxury jets. And yet, food in the air will never compare to a 5-star restaurant on Earth. Why are airplane meals so bad? Turns out it's all about human biology. In the cabin of the aircraft, the humidity of the air reaches 10%. It's even drier than the desert. When humidity levels are this low, the sinuses become dehydrated and this affects the perception of taste and smell. After some time in the salon, the ability of the tongue to feel the sweet taste is dulled by 15 to 20% and salty by 20 to 30%. Some airlines are fighting this by increasing the amount of salt and sugar in your food, so you're probably consuming more calories on the plane than you thought. If tasteless dishes upset you, then this can still be fixed. It turns out that if you put on noise-canceling headphones, food and drinks will become tastier. Studies have shown that loud noise impairs your ability to taste, so noise-canceling headphones that drown out the low hum of an engine can help your senses recover. Safe place. Contrary to movies and TV shows, air travel is one of the safest modes of transport and the chance of dying in a plane crash is 1 in 3 billion. At the same time, every third American is afraid to fly because of the fear of a plane crash. Many wondered where the safest places are in case accidents. An analysis of data from 17 air crashes over the past 35 years found the answer to this question. The researchers found that seating in the rear third of the plane had a 68% chance of survival, in the front third, 62%, and in the middle third, 61%. It seems that one of the safest seats should be in the aisle, because it gives you quick access to emergency exits in the cabin. But according to a study, these are the worst seats in the event of a plane crash and have a 56% chance of surviving there, while the middle seat in the back of the plane is the safest and has a 72% chance of surviving an emergency landing. Quiet place. The quietest place is above or near the wing. Imagine that a flying plane is a swing. As he dives and turns in the air, certain parts of the aircraft oscillate more than others. The bumpiest seats are in the back, so if you want a quiet and relaxing flight without excessive shaking, take seats in the middle near the wings. Other interesting differences inside the cabin are the freshest air at the front of the aircraft and the warmest temperature at the back. Now you can choose seats according to your preferences. Cool air temperature in an airplane. According to research, there is a strong relationship between aircraft temperature and air pressure and hypoxia-induced fainting. Hypoxia is a condition in which the tissues of the body receive insufficient oxygen. Too warm air in the aircraft can cause this problem, so the temperature in the cabin is kept cool. Dress warmly for the flight. Comfortable clothes. Comfortable clothing helps you stay healthy while flying. To prevent thrombosis, it is better to wear loose clothing. Formal or tight clothing will increase the risk of a blood clot. Planes never fly in a straight line. You might assume that the shorter the distance, the better. But there are special flight rules that require pilots to stick to certain routes in order to have enough time to get to the airport in case of an emergency landing. Weather conditions also affect the trajectory. Pilots have to take turns going to the toilet. When one pilot needs to use the restroom, the flight attendant must join the co-pilot in the cockpit and wait for the first to return from a break. This is to avoid being cut off from the cockpit if the co-pilot suddenly loses consciousness. The pilot communicates with flight attendants through a bulletproof door. Did you know the cockpit door is bulletproof? It is designed to stop bullets and even small grenades. This is the enhanced security needed to prevent theft. Secret signal. There is a secret signal for airports if the plane has been hijacked. The pilot sends a special signal to the airport during landing. He raises the flaps. This is one way to show that something bad is happening on board. Come landing. Boarding a plane is one of the most stressful stages of a journey. You go through security, finally get to the exit, and there's a long line of passengers for the flight. But many people don't know that rushing to get in line is pointless, because usually airlines pre-allocate seats to passengers. Some companies call passengers in groups for boarding. But this is also far from necessary, and if you sit one of the last, you will reduce the waiting time on board the aircraft. So, if your hand luggage is small and it fits on a shelf without problems, then you don't have to stand in line, because you already have there's a place for you. In addition, at the end of the landing there will be fewer people in the area boarding gate and on the ladder, which will significantly speed up the process. While you are waiting, you can check your boarding pass. The 6-digit alphanumeric code found on most tickets is the passenger's details. It helps to identify passengers in case several people on board have the same name. This code is recorded in the database of the computer reservation system, contains the route of the flight, and can do many things. Tell us about you, including your date of birth and contact details. That is why you should not throw your boarding passes in the trash in public places. Among other things, the code provides information about the passenger's credit card, passport data, and IP address if the purchase was online. Passengers who have 4 S's on their ticket often go through additional screening. Why? This code means, approved for secondary inspection, and it is added to the tickets of passengers who seem suspicious. Airports take security seriously. For airlines, an order at the last minute, one-way ticket, cash purchase. So try not to panic if you see this code on your site. Hard landing. Sometimes hard landings are made on purpose. If the runway is covered with water, the aircraft must land hard to break through the water and prevent hydroglide. Otherwise, the water acts as a lubricant, reducing the friction between the aircraft landing gear and the runway. This can lead to uncontrolled slipping. Oxygen in mask. Oxygen in masks is enough for only 15 minutes. But do not panic, this is enough time for the pilot to lower the plane to a height where you can breathe normally. Which fact surprised you the most? Do you know other secrets from the world of aviation? Share in the comments below the video and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything.